Hello, this is the 14th day of NaNoWriMo. It's also my eldest's birthday today. Yes, today was a pretty good day for writing. I managed to get through the most that I've done this NaNoWriMo. Just not that much, I must admit, but 1,300 and something words, 1,307, something like that. As I've said before, I'm on half measures because I'd already written 25,000 words, and so I only have to do 800 words a day to stay on target. But today, for some reason, I managed to write 1,300. Well, I know what the reason was, because I got up ridiculously early, and I was up at 6:30 this morning, and I didn't have lessons till 1 o'clock today, in a few more minutes. So I had plenty of time. And usually when I have plenty of time, I don't get anything done. But I sat down and I used the clock method. I used the timer, got two 25-minute sessions, and just rattled off 700 words in the first one and 600 and something words in the second. I'd like to say that it was just, I'm so great and I can do it in 25 minutes. But actually, that 25-minute burst, those two 25-minute bursts, I had to be in the mood for, and I had to sort of like potter around a bit and get a coffee and think about what I was going to write, and then sit down with the timer and then rattle it off. But in order to do those two 25-minute sessions, it took me another hour or maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. So really, it was 2 hours to get those done because I couldn't have got those 25 minutes. I can't just do 25 minutes and then do something else and 25 minutes and do something else. You've got to get in the zone, man. At least I do. So just to say that, so if you think, wow, you can write, I wish I could write in 25 minutes. Well, yeah, but you have to get your head in the right space for that 25 minutes, and it might take you an hour to get ready before you've got a productive 25 minutes. So it's not that there are no shortcuts, it's just that the shortcuts are not that short, even when you're writing a short novel. Discuss, or not. Okay, so I'm up to a magic number of 37,000 words, just past 37,000 words of a 50,000 word novel. So, yay! Yesterday I was a bit concerned about voice and stuff, and today I did what I followed my own advice, which was if you think of something that you want to edit or some change, but you don't really have time to do it because you're in the middle of a flow, make a note of it. And I did. I just put at the beginning of the manuscript, I just wrote down. May change narrator to Uncle Kentaro, the priest figure, ? And any sort of big changes, put them up there so I haven't forgotten them, and I'll come back to them. And then once you've written the whole novel, then you can look back at it and say, actually this would work much better if somebody else was telling it, or not. Oh no, they can't do that because this, and this. And you don't really know until you've written the whole damn thing. So write the whole damn thing and then start editing. As I think I've said before, sort of an amateur mistake is to edit while you go, and you end up just going around in circles and changing your mind, and you end up with nothing finished. You can't edit something that doesn't exist, so make it exist, and then you can edit it. And I think that's true of certainly most art forms. I could go into sort of metaphors about. A novel is like a house, or a novel is like a picture. You need the structure first before you can build the detail, or something like that. I could go on like that, but I won't. Okay, so what else? You need a useful reference. Oh my God, I didn't think of one. Hold on, I better press pause. Yes, so before the reference of a useful book, which I'm still thinking about, or a shout out to something useful, some useful resource, I need to give you a tip, particular tip of the day. I'm going to mention Show Don't Tell. This is an old classic, isn't it? That we always say, show, don't tell, and that is true. It's good advice. Generally speaking, there are exceptions, but as a general piece of advice, show in fiction, don't tell. And I just wanted to say the reason for that and how to do that quickly. The reason is you want to immerse your reader in the fictional world, and you want them to feel what your characters are feeling. If you are constantly telling, and then I was very tired, and then I cried a lot because I was very, it's no fun. Let me work, as the reader, let me work it out how I should feel, and I may interpret it differently from the author, and that's great. But if you're telling people what's going on, it's like having a parent saying, oh, do this and do that and do that. And, it's just you don't listen. Like a teenager, like a 17-year-old, you've got to experience the stuff yourself, and you've got to be in the story. Well, that's what life is one long story, hopefully a long story, not a short story. And you've got to experience all the ups and downs yourself, and then you learn from it. You don't learn from it if somebody just tells you, do this and do that and do that. Maybe after the effect, and after the event you made. So, like life, showing is a better teacher, experience is a better teacher than being told somebody else's experiences. The way they've learnt it is by doing it. Much like this NaNoWriMo, which, as much as I like to give advice, you should always take it with a pinch of salt, because the best advice is what you learn yourself. And you give your own advice. Having said that, it is useful to get some kind of pointers if you're completely lost. Just like going to a parent and saying, well, I really messed up. What should I have done here? Well, do this and do that and do that. When you're ready to listen, great. But usually you're only ready to listen because you've experienced problems. So, show, don't tell. How do you show and don't tell? Well, good question. Well, that's what fiction is. That's what dialogue is. That's what showing a scene and not saying he was very upset. Just showing tears rolling down his cheeks or something less cliched, I don't know. Pacing around the room, no, that's cliche. But anyway, you show the emotion and hope that you've described it well enough, with practice you will do, that the reader will infer the meaning. And as a reader, that's really fun. Which is another reason why you should read a lot if you're going to write, just to have that experience and to see what works and to pick little tricks that other people do, and you think, wow, I felt really moved by that scene, and then you get out your editor and analyse why did I feel moved. Yes, show, don't tell, as much as possible. Okay, so I'm going to give the quote, the misremembered quote of the day, and this is from Arthur C. Clarke, who said, I don't even remember, well, I can't even remember exactly what he said, but the meaning of what he said was, in the universe, the big things and the little things replicate. Now, he didn't say that, but for example, if you look at the Milky Way and the way the stars go around in a sort of a swirl, that's replicated in a coffee cup with the way when you pour in cream. Not me, because I'm on a diet, but when you pour in, I used to enjoy my coffee, you pour in the cream and stir it, and you see it going out in a sort of a circular thing like that, and that pattern is replicated in nature. Now, he said it a lot better than me, but that was the point. And I'm thinking of that because that makes me think of fiction and the structure of a novel, the structure of the scene, the structure of a sentence. They're all, actually, when you look at them, largely the same, structured along the same ways. Think about it. Or not. See you tomorrow.